Hello, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy, Healthy, Vegan, coming to you 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, basically Halloween evening in North America. So hey, Varlas from England, do you guys even celebrate this holiday? I don't know how international it is or not, but yeah, let me know what's going on out there. Yeah, tonight's the night people are supposed to trick or treat and stuff. Man, I hope people don't come up to our front door tonight. I guess we should turn the porch light off or something. But anyway, hey Uncle, how's it going? Cool. I'm glad I'm looking and sounding good. And hello, Redlocks. Yeah, Peter Murray said you're doing something tonight. Or what'd you say you were doing again? I forgot what it was again. But I bet you told us yesterday. So yeah, hopefully you can be around, Uncle. Are you going trick or treating? Because Peter's gonna be gone. So we'll see if any some bad, no good doer people come, some, anti-vegans in other words, and we might need Uncle's assistance. We'll see. But yeah, this might be a short live stream. I think a lot of people actually do things on Halloween, unlike me and maybe Uncle. Plus, I'm really just kind of just mellow today. I don't know what it is. I went to the gym, just wasn't feeling it. So, which is rare for me. So, yeah, it might be exhaustion or something like that. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, you're watching the World Series. Yeah, how are the Dodgers doing? I root for them without watching them. Are the Dodgers down a game? Like, what's the situation? Is it 3-all or what? Just let me know how it's going, Peter. What's the game tally? Like, who has how many games, and is it almost over? Because yeah, of course, want the Dodgers to win. Yeah, I guess a lot of people will be watching that too. Yeah, a lot of people are watching the baseball World Series. They're trick or treating. They're having a party or just chilling, which I should probably be looking to do today too. I don't know why I feel so mellow today, but anyway, guys. Okay, it's 3 to Let's see. Wait, who's got? Wait again, Peter. Tell me how many games each team has. 3-1 or 3-0. Let me know what the deal is. I remember the Dodgers won like some crazy 17 inning game a couple nights ago, as I heard about from like local people. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle. I think it's only on live streams. Those little numbers you guys are seeing after your names. Okay, Travis thought it was 3-2. That's what I kind of thought too, and it's 3-2. Not good for LA, right? 3-2 for is it the Blue Jays? Toronto Blue Jays? The Canadian team, right? Let's see, Peter, did you send me another video of the shirtless guy in the jungle? I haven't checked my messages this week because I already had a video topic in mind, so I'll take a look at that soon enough. But no, thanks, Peter. I'll check it out. I'm sure he's saying something stupid again, right? I just can't imagine him not saying something stupid. So hello, Nikki Tofu Princess, and hey, yeah, I tell you, it might be a chill live stream tonight. I tell you, I'm feeling super chill, and I think people are doing stuff tonight too because it's like Halloween and the World Series. But yeah, we just have a little intimate live stream tonight. If you have any questions, just ask. If you want to ask me something that you didn't feel like, it's like, something good to ask during a regular live stream when everyone's here, now's a good time. If you want to ask me anything weird or odd or anything like that, I guess now's a pretty good time. And if anyone's watching on the vertical live stream, actually, let me check that out really quick. I'm gonna see how it looks. I think I finally figured it out. 1 second here. The vertical live stream. Actually, let me check that out really quick. I'm gonna see how. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, unbeknownst to me, I was complaining the last 2 weeks that I was screwing up the vertical live stream, but it was actually working out just right. So I'm gonna just keep clicking it on. Let's see. Oh, Mike the Vegan did a great RFK video today. All right, can't wait to see that. I'm sure that'll be very amusing. Yeah, Travis, weird questions are allowed today for sure, since we're gonna keep it really chill today. Oh, what YouTube do to you, Uncle? They challenged you by asking your email along with your password today. You sure you weren't getting trolled by a hacker or something like that? You didn't have to give your code to someone or anything like that. I mean, hopefully it sounds legit. I'm just messing with you. I'm just so scam aware these days. There's so many scams going on. So yeah, just be careful all the time. Hey, Mom's Christmas special. Yes, thank you for being vegan, and thanks to everyone for being vegan, for sure. Good chill wish there. But yeah, Travis, you have any weird questions? Feel free to ask a weird question tonight. Um, so how's the game going? Are you still here, Peter? What is it right now? You say it's like 3-2 right now. Who's up? Favorite ingredients for a Buddha bowl? What do they usually put in a Buddha bowl? Like rice and kale and quinoa or something like that? I forgot. It's been a while since I've been to a place that where I got a Buddha bowl. You know, those are cool. I usually get something a little more sexy, I guess. But you know, Buddha bowls are generally like good, healthy, things you can get at vegan restaurants. Remember, yeah, Veggie Grill had them for years. I don't know if they still do. Travis, can we ever truly know anything objectively? Hey, ask an LLM that. Are our perceptions the only reality we have? No, I believe in an external reality that our senses map up onto. I know people, skeptics can really try to push that we can't know anything. Our sense data is not to be trusted. But yet again, these people who distrust sense data say it's completely unreliable. They cross the street and they don't get hit by buses. They get in their cars and they drive on the freeway and don't get hit. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to trust your sense data, or else you would never leave your house because you'd be afraid of, just walking into a bus that you can't see or something like that. So it's kind of a self-defeating position when you get down to it, that it's like, if you can be like Descartes and just try to, if he faked it, he fake rationalized there's no world external to my mind or something like that, to my thoughts. Okay, Dodgers and Blue Jays, thanks for the update, Uncle. Dodgers 3, Blue Jays 0, bottom of the third. And correct me if I'm wrong, the Dodgers are down a game, right? The Blue Jays have 3 games and the Dodgers have 2. Let me know if that's right. And also let me know if they're playing at home. Bottom of the third. I can't tell from that right now. But yeah, I think sense data is more or less trustworthy. Or else, practice what you preach and don't walk around or drive outside or anything like that. Because, hey, I can't trust anything. There might be invisible buses going by. Hey, VLAM, how's it going? Hey, Ryan and fam. I'm on holiday and in Taipei right now. And it's a vegan heaven here. Oh, I've always wanted to go to Taiwan. That's one of my me and Angie's Asian trip dreams. We want to visit South Korea and Taiwan. So hopefully one day we'll be able to fulfill that dream. And I'm glad you're letting us know. It's a vegan heaven there. That sounds awesome. That sounds very magical. Is Fu here? I see someone saying hello to Fu. I saw you on earlier, Fu Man. Pooh, where are you? I saw a comment from Fu. There's Fu. Dodgers are godless commies, yeah, because they're from California, right? The most evil state in the country, Anyway, we all just drink, soy lattes. The Dodgers are all drinking soy lattes in the dugout right now. I thought I saw Ohtani sipping on one. Anyway, you have YouTube open on the 52-inch TV in your hotel room. Go enjoy Taipei. Man, I'm glad you're here saying hello to us, VLAM. I'm stoked for you, a little jealous. That sounds really cool. I haven't traveled anywhere for a while, but yeah, I want to definitely, like I said, one day Taipei is on my list of places to see. Okay, I was right. My assessment, Uncle. Dodgers are down a game. All right, thanks for keeping me up on that. So even though I don't watch the games, I'm still rooting for them. I want the Dodgers to win. Unlike late model / Sarah, she's even when the Dodgers last year were playing, forgot who it was. Who did they play last year in the World Series? Rooting against the Dodgers because that's what Northern California people are trained to do. Anyway, yeah, what are the Dodgers dodging? Anyone know the history of that name? Where did they get that name? Is it reference to anything? Fu Man Poo, the vertical stream was satanic. Did you go check out the vertical stream? Because it is operating right now. In fact, if anyone's watching on the vertical stream, let me know. I saw that we got more views last week on the vertical stream than the horizontal stream, and I was convinced that the vertical stream wasn't even working last week. So I think I figured it out since last week how it all works out. So anyway, you were on the wrong stream, Fu Man Poo. What did you not like about the vertical stream, may I ask? D Rabbit White, you are rooting for the Blue Jays. Shame on you. Hello to you too. Chang Handball. Okay, the score is D3 and B, Dodgers 3, Blue Jays 1. And you said they're playing, you confirmed that they're playing in Los Angeles. Good, they'll get that love of the home crowd. Who has home, I don't know what it's called in baseball. In basketball and football too, it's called home court advantage. Who has the majority of games on their home field? Hopefully it's the Dodgers. It's always good to have that. Oh, I didn't seem to see your comments over there. Huh. That's weird. They're supposed to all come in one spot. Huh. That is weird. Huh. Let me see if I can see the comment. Let me just go check really quickly there. 1 second. 1 second. Let me see if I can see the comment. Let me just go check really quickly there. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. I do not see the comments there. Let me see if I can see the comment. Let me just go check really quickly. I have a theory of what I could try to do. Let me try to pop out the chat. Yeah, I can pop out the chat. Okay. All right, I have an idea. So I can see the comments. I discovered this feature not that long ago. So I can see all the comments. I see Angie's over there. Fu is over there. So yeah, we have a vertical and a horizontal live stream, and I was under the impression that the comments would be merged into one. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, so I'll try to study up on that for next week, guys. See, all this tech, I feel like such an old person. I keep screwing it all up, but like I said, I thought I had screwed it up the past couple weeks, and when I looked today at the past live streams, they were working fine. The verticals were fine. They were doing what they should have been doing, so I don't know. Anyway, let me pause the vertical on my computer so I don't have two streams running at the same time. Anyway, cool. Angie gives you the thumbs up. I see it all. So anyway, oh, okay, D Rabbit Riley. Totally understandable. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, I'm Californian, LA County. I'm rooting for the Dodgers, right? So if you're Canadian, definitely root for your Blue Jays. That's why I was mad at Sarah / Late Prince, late model last year, because she's from California. Yeah, she was rooting for the non-California team. She's trying to tell me, you don't get it. If you're from San Francisco or the Bay Area, everyone hates the Dodgers. I'm going, but they're the home team. It's your home state. How can you root for the other guys? But anyway, all worked out. Dodgers won last year. All right, Uncle, into the third. Hopefully it won't be another 17-inning game today. VLAM, if ever come to Asia, your rec is spend most of your time in Taiwan and Thailand and skip Hong Kong altogether. Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to your hometown there, Hong Kong. It looks like an amazing city. I've seen lots of images and video of it, so I got a vibe for what Hong Kong's like, and it looks not for me. It just looks so crowded, congested, and I would probably just be, me and Angie would probably just have anxiety the whole time. I'm sure there's beautiful and awesome places to go and eat and visit there, but yeah, Taipei or just Taiwan, more spread out, a way to experience Chinese culture without having to be on like mainland China. So yeah, I think that's our how we'll do it in the future if we ever get around to it. But yeah, I don't think I want to go to Thailand. I think if we're out there, I think I'd like to either go to Japan or Korea too. So we'll see how it all works out. It's just a fantasy at this point, but we've been thinking about it. We watch a lot of Asian TV, we know a bit about Asian culture. We know what kind of what places. We just don't want to just go to Korea in general. We know specifically where we want to go, like say like Seoul and maybe Busan, and then take the ferry over to like Jeju Island, stuff like that. We have specific places we want to see. So anyway, okay, Angie said last week she logged into the vertical and I didn't see I didn't see the comments. So fortunately, you can pop out the comments, which I did, like in the browser. You can pop out a little window, and I just dragged it over to my main screen here. So on one side, I see the regular horizontal comments, and on the other side I see the vertical comments. At least I can see them all and I can talk to everyone, so no one's like left on an island being ignored. I feel really bad if people were trying to watch last week on that vertical and I was not ignoring you. Probably thought I was an idiot. So anyway, I wasn't in it for not fully understanding, but this is new. This is a new feature that YouTube just rolled out. I think they're slowly rolling it out to its creators. Most people don't have it yet, is what I'm saying. Unless they just finally did a grand rollout, but it's a new feature. So I think I have an excuse for not understanding how it works. I tried to find some videos about it today on YouTube, and just one guy made a video. It only had like a few hundred views, so there's not a lot of information yet. So I'm trying my best, given where we're at on the timeline of history right now. D Rabbit White, yeah, California's huge, more like one big state, so I can see folks spitting their loyalties. I totally get that, D Rabbit White, but when it comes to the World Series, if it's a California team, you should root for the California team, unless it's two California teams playing. I can see how you'd have split loyalties, but if we're playing some team from the East Coast or Canada or whatever, of course you're going to join forces and we're going to come together as Californians and root for the California team. At least that's how I see it. But I shouldn't speak too badly of Sarah/late model, because she's not with us tonight. She told us, she's got a family gathering this week. I think her mom's birthday. Sisters and stuff are coming to her town tonight. So if you're watching after the fact, we miss you. And thanks for the postcard, by the way. I told you yesterday, yeah, she sent me a postcard to our P.O. box from her last road trip down to California. So anyway, cool. Awesome. Yeah, hey, Nikki, we always get meat-related ads all the time, too. I thought the whole point of the internet was to differentiate itself from old traditional media. Like when you get those dumb paper mailers in the mail that no one wants, it's a bunch of crap you don't want. No, the internet they're tracking you. They have all this information about it. They know everything about you, so they're going to give you specific, targeted, personalized advertising that's relevant to you and your interests. If so, Google, you're like the premier tech company on the planet. All the tracking you do, all the data you have on us. Why the hell are you sending Happy Healthy Vegan ads of meat? You know what our channel name is. We've made over 2,000 videos now. You know what our content's about. You read our comments. You know who follows us. Why are you serving up ads to me and others? Videos of meat. I mean, come on. Are you just taking the money from the advertisers and you don't give a crap? You'll serve the ad up just because they're paying? That's what I kind of suspect. They're not really using their tech to be all that targeted. They're just taking money and getting rich. Anyway, you're a Korean fairy syncretility. I haven't heard that. I hope that's not true. I haven't heard too much about it. We've heard about that. We follow like Korean culture, so I'm sure if they were going down all the time, we'd hear about that. Brian, they're trying to brainwash me? Tell me what? Tell me who's being brainwashed? Kind of curious. Let's see. What's that, Brian? You say not being vegan is like living in a society where everyone has convinced us to go with the flow. Yeah, okay. I think I see what you're saying there. Uncle says, good news for horses. We always like good news for animals, because they can't pass laws themselves. They're dependent on us humans to do something for them. Speaking out for the voices. Anyway, the city voted to stop all horse-drawn carriages in the old town of Prague, citing animal welfare concerns. Awesome. That's really good news. Thanks for sharing that. How'd you hear about that one, Uncle? Vondi, what's up? Team Bean for protein? Where's Team Bean for protein? Let's see. Did I say downside when I should have said upside, Angie? I don't know. I'm totally out of it today. I don't know what happened. Maybe I woke up on the wrong side of bed. No, I woke up on the normal side, but I just feel a little chill today. Kiss you. You're dry fasting. Oh man, be careful. Anyway, that's interesting. Fu Manpu, Megadeth touring Korea. Wow. Peter, checking back in. How's the game going, Peter? Yeah, I thought someone asking how many of the actual Blue Jays players are actual Canadians. Yeah, probably none or a couple. It's just like the Toronto Raptors, the NBA team. The way they acquire players to be on their team is no different than the way a United States team acquires players. They're not looking, hey, we got to get a couple Canadians. No, they're just trying to get the best players they can and sign them. It has nothing to do with citizenship. I mean, it's so international. I mean, I know there are good Canadian basketball basketball players, I've seen their Olympic team. It's floated up with a few like all-stars, NBA all-stars. So I'm sure, baseball is really not much different. I'm sure they have quality players. But I'm saying I don't think the Canadian teams, their management makes any extra effort to sign Canadian players just for the sake of it. No, they want to win championships. They want to win games. So they're going to go after the best players they can get. No, nothing interesting happening, Peter. Super chill. I guess people are out partying tonight and trick-or-treating and hanging out with friends and drinking and who knows, I'm just sitting here kind of tired tonight, chilling with y'all. I said I might keep this a little short just because I'm a little fatigued today. I'm not sure why. I really don't know. I'm sure VD will make a video. See, it's finally hitting Ryan. He's 59 now and feeling tired. And yeah. Hey, Jarsol, how's it going? You got tinnitus? That sucks. I have to be really careful about my hearing. In fact, I've really taken a liking to having like AirPods everywhere I go. Even if I'm not listening to music, just to have the noise cancellation on, reduce sound decibel levels by like 20 dB. You don't think you need it, but just like walking around, an urban environment like where I live, it's like, there's buses, there's trucks. I look at the decibel reader on my watch. I see, wow, it's like 89 decibels. I pop the AirPods and it's knocked down 20 dB handy. But yeah, I try my best to protect my hearing from just dumb, incidental, everyday attacks on our ears. Like when I go to the gym, I got my AirPods on. When I'm playing basketball, it's loud. All the bouncing ball, it's on a wooden floor in an enclosed room. It's loud in there. So yeah, I didn't really realize how like just things you would do in everyday life, you're like exposing your ears to like loud sound pressure levels that, if you have tinnitus or want to protect your hearing, you should, try to do something about it. So yeah, for me, that's been huge. Yeah, when the AirPod Pros 3 came out a couple months ago, yeah, I didn't go to the gym that Friday. I went to the Apple store and got those, and I love them. Not sponsored or anything like that, but yeah, that's what I got to do because I like to save my hearing for music making. Yeah, that's where I'm going to push it a little bit. And then even still, I don't go that loud or that crazy. Cool. Jarsol, yeah, tell me if you if you follow up on an idea like that. Just the bottom line is just try to be more cognizant or aware of just situations in life that don't involve going to like a concert or a rave or whatever, Just situations like, wow, it's pretty loud here, yeah, I highly recommend looking at your smartphone, or if you have an app on your watch, you could see how many decibels it is, and yeah, see if you can do anything about it. So anyway, yeah, Peter, I heard about Saturday on Friday, Zoe Rosenberg might face up to, is it 25 years or 5 years in jail for rescuing, was it chickens or something like that? I mean, either way, that's crazy. 25 is insane. That's like, what murderers get. You shouldn't have anything close to what a murderer gets. That's an unjust punishment. I think you meant to say 5. I see that in your second comment there. 5 years. Okay, thanks for sharing that. I go, wow, if so, man, the world is rigged against vegans, You get the same penalty for rescuing a chicken that you do for, like, robbing a bank and shooting everyone up, Yeah, Varley, it is amazing how people try to talk to you when you have AirPods in, I point at them. I mean, one reason I put the AirPods in is to protect my ears, with the noise cancellation. Another reason is I don't want to talk to people. If I'm out somewhere, if I'm walking out in the street, if I'm sitting at an outdoor coffee shop, I don't want to talk to anyone, especially like, say a homeless person or something like that. Nothing against them. I just don't want to talk. Like they're trying to talk to you so they can get money or engage you for some purpose. I don't know what. And I don't want to know. I just want to do my thing. I went to just sip and sit down and sip a little latte before I start my work day. Let's see, Peter. Yeah, I wish I could buy some of the new Zero shoes out right now, or any. I tell you, I like their Dylan shoes. I think they look cool on me. But yeah, I just gotta like be tight with money right now. I tell you, more things have broken. Not since last time I talked to you, but in order to fix my dishwasher, I gotta buy a new one. But in order to do that, I gotta have an electrician install a proper dedicated circuit to the dishwasher. It's just gonna be a process, a lot of cash. So That's just been the theme of the past couple years. Things break and they're quite expensive. That's what happens when you live like us. We try to live on modest means, and yeah, it's hard to account for weird crap like that. Fondy, you got your genetically high cholesterol down below 200 for the first time in your life on a low-fat vegan diet. Awesome. Good for you. Yeah, I think like 160 or so. That range is like the lowest I could ever get mine. Yeah, it's a genetic thing. A lot of people saying, no, you're eating crap. I'm like, no, that was like when I was eating like a raw vegan diet, like no processed food, no like saturated fat or anything like that. So anyway, let's see. Hey, I forgot to look over on the vertical stream. Hello there. Norare, what are you doing over there, Norare? Eating soggy food turns to soggy. What about a grape fast? Is this worth the effort? Why do you want to do a grape fast for? I mean, I'm just wondering, is that what you're doing? And if so, are you considering it? And if so, like, what do you hope to gain from a grape fast? That doesn't sound too fun for me, but, you know, everyone's got their own thing. All right, Foodman Pooh, you leaving us already? Well, I'm glad you were here as long as you could be. So stay as long as you can. So anyway, what's that, Brian? Being vegan is unconventional and inconvenient and therefore unrealistic? Huh? What are you talking about? How is it unrealistic? What are you talking about there, Brian? Tell me. What do you mean? Are you saying for yourself or for others? Because there's literally like millions of us vegans, you know, and if it was so unrealistic, yeah, I mean, how is it that I'm pretty much around now? I didn't write the exact date down, but sometime around right now, I'm like 15 years vegan. So kind of seeing what your thoughts are, why you're saying it's unrealistic. For most people, no, it's not. No, I mean, I don't think I'm doing. I disagree, Brian, because it's really not that hard to be vegan. It really isn't. I mean, when you go to the supermarket, it takes just as much effort to push your cart down the produce and bean aisle than it is to go into the meat aisle or something like that. It's typically less expensive to buy plants than it is to buy meat and stuff and milk and eggs, from what I understand. So I don't see why. You just have to. It's like moving to another city. It's a little weird at first, but once you learn things, it becomes really easy. Yeah, your first day or week or two there is going to be difficult. You don't know jack, but after you learn things and get patterns established and keep repeating those patterns and add on to that, it's not that hard. I mean, it really isn't. I don't see how my life would be any easier. The only thing I could concede, Brian, that might be easier, it would be going out with groups of people who aren't vegan, but we don't do that. Angie and I are like, you know, we don't go with other people really who aren't vegan unless it's family. And if it's family, I'll like force my mom as much as I can to like a vegan restaurant or a place that's got vegan options at least. I'm just not going to go to any random restaurant with her or something like that. So that would be it. Just a matter of like convenience of social activities or something like that. Tip. Yeah, wow. Thanks for the super chat tip there, VLAM. Hong Kong saw a huge ad asking people to go vegan on the side of a bus in Taiwan. It's awesome. Wow, I've never seen anything like that. Who's funding that? I want to start a group like that. That's a damn good idea, VLAM. A group like a foundation, a vegan foundation, like a nonprofit that pays for advertisements in public. I like that. I wonder if I can start something like that. That'd be cool. I saw a question from Eston Heward. Let me check out your question there. Ryan, do you have any advice for how we can support our lifestyle and activism while doing activism full-time, or ideally how we can get paid to do activism in order for it to be sustainable? Wow, that's a great question there. I mean, don't ask me, man. Ask someone like Ed, Earthling Ed, or Joey Carbstrong or something like that. I mean, yeah, one way is if you get lucky or work really hard and get lucky. That, you know, you have a social media presence that takes off, and you can like either run ads like YouTube allows you, or leverage it in other ways like say TikTokers do or something like that. So social media is one way. That's the immediate way. Another way is to have like some kind of foundation like what I was just talking about there. VLAM gave me the idea to like, oh, put ads on buses here in the United States, or like billboards or stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the question is like, why does it have to be? Does activism have to be like a full-time job or something like that for you? Because yeah, even for me, it's not a full-time job. It's it's not the majority of my time or the majority of our income or something, my income or something like that. So. My thoughts are do as much as you can, as much time and energy you got for it without other things in your life falling apart or something like that.
Thanks for the tip.
So anyway, thanks. Oh, we got another super chat tip there. No, I'm not sure if I understand your question here, but it sounds funny. DB5000, who I've never seen you before, but anyway, how do I justify both being liberal and against trans fats? So first of all, I don't think I've ever classified or defined myself or my political or whatever beliefs as being liberal or left wing. I'm an independent voter and have been for most of my adult life. I did briefly register for as a Democrat when I ran for city council, just so that's with the party that wins here in the city. You have to be Democrat basically, but I had no chance of winning. I should have just left. But anyway, sometime after that, I switched back to independent, and I don't follow any parties talking points or propaganda or dogma or anything like that. I consider myself an independent, rational thinker. If you ever read Plato, check out The Republic by Plato. He describes a hypothetical philosopher king, philosopher ruler, governed by reason rather than politics and influence and crap like that. So anyway, trans fats, what are even trans? Are they literally the trans fat? Is that even in food anymore? I thought that's kind of gone or something like that. Are there even vegan trans fats in foods or anything? But thanks for the super chat tip there. Oh, Matt Donalds 9996. I didn't even talk to you at all, but thanks for coming here. Come back next time. But that's true, Brian. Our government taxes do go to a government that doesn't give a crap about animals. Well, they do give a crap about them. They give a crap about supporting the animal agriculture industries for all the subsidies they get, not only for productions of animal products, but also for the marketing of animal products, like the egg board and the cheese board. Some of our tax money in this country goes to lower the price of these animal products, and some more of that money goes to the marketing of these animal products. So people want to have, buy more of these animal products. Yeah, so our government's not. I hate it when people say it's the government and the New World Order that's pushing veganism. I go, that's crazy conspiracy theory, and I wish it were true because it's so not true. It's the complete opposite. The government's pushing low price subsidized meat and dairy and eggs onto people. So no, there's no grand conspiracy theory to turn people vegan. I kind of wish there were, but there's not. Yeah, I get the joke, D-Rabbit. Why? I just wanted to answer it in one way. I got the humor of the super chat tip there from DB5000. I totally got it. I saw it when I was reading. I go, trans fats. I've never heard that joke before. That's pretty cool. I'll tip my hat. Yeah, but I saw that. I was amused for sure. Hello, Mohammed was. Is that my parsing your name out there right? Zenith, not choosing a side does not make you some unique, independent, rational thinker. I wasn't trying to toot my own horn. I'm just describing how I operate, how I've always operated. I think through issues on my own. I don't need someone to tell me what to think. I mean, I'll listen to other people's opinions and I'll weigh them out against the evidence and against my own thinking, but I wasn't trying to say I'm some awesome person that I'm above all you mortals or something like that. So I don't know if you got triggered by that, but I'm just telling you how I operate. If you want to criticize me for being an independent thinker and stating it as such, that's on you. I'm not going to hold that against you though. Okay, Johnny Bravo, trans fats are commonly found in a lot of different things. So what kinds of foods have trans fats? I don't think anything we get has trans fats, but yeah, let me know what you guys know. Yeah, you get it now, VLAM? It's the play on language there. Yeah. Yeah, instant heart. Yeah, sometimes it's fun to treat a statement or question on face value, even if it was absurd or a humorous joke thing. And yeah, I just did what you said there. I treated it at face value for the hell of it. Yeah, there's a bunch of ways I could have taken it. It's all cool. I'm in a fine mood tonight, even though I'm super chill and mellow today. I'm all chill. Hey, Fallon Marie, you're over in the vertical live stream. If you want to get over to the horizontal, they're both running. This is my 4th week now of running the horizontal and vertical live streams, and I'm really bummed. YouTube said when I first read their announcement of how they're offering us, to be able to live stream in both vertical and horizontal simultaneously, they would merge the comments into one spot, and they haven't. So I have to look in a separate place, and I'm so trained to looking on this side of my monitor where the comments have been since time immemorial, basically. I forget to look at how I popped out the vertical live stream comments over on the other side. So, hey, Hallie and Moon Cinemas, trans fats are in animal products. Only animal products have trans fats. He's just projecting. Okay. It was a joke. He just made a joke there. I didn't take that comment, that super chat tip about the liberal and trans fats thing as an attack or anything. I wasn't getting any negative vibes from it. I just thought it was a weird, funny joke. All right, so margarine and shortening have trans fats. I'm going. I don't even think about trans fats, and I probably don't have to, right? Because it's not in our plant foods. So anyway, Ryan, do I ever buy anything on Black Friday sale? I probably have in the past, but I can't recall like the past several years me buying anything on Black Friday. Sometimes I'm looking at like deals on like music gear, like plugins for audio and stuff like that. I might look at that again this time. No, I typically don't buy things on Black Friday. I'm very frugal. If I buy something, it's because I need it, not because, oh wow, I didn't know I needed this thing, but it's cheap today, so I'll buy it. And if there's something I want, it means I need it. And I'm like looking like what's out there, what's available, reviews and prices. So and if I see, we're a few weeks from Black Friday, if I have something in mind, maybe I'll wait. But no, I don't buy too much Black Friday. Okay, VLAM says trans food is not exclusively found in animal foods. They can be in animal-free unsaturated poly. Is that what is that again? Anyway, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about there. Yeah, I'm not a nutritionist or anything like that. Let's see, DB5000 says, saying I'm not thinking about trans fats will be canceled by the woke crowd. I've been called part of the woke crowd. People like myself have been called woke narcissists of compassion. The woke narcissists of compassion by people like, say, Jordan Peterson. So, I'd rather, if having compassion towards fellow humans and animals defines me as woke, I'll take that, as opposed to someone who thinks it's fine to hit animals with sticks and clubs, and that's totally like, yeah, they're like, it's like hitting a robot. It doesn't matter. Yes, true, Peter. Cholesterol is only found in animal foods. However, there are other things you can eat or ingest other than dietary cholesterol that can increase your serum cholesterol, namely saturated fat. I don't know how trans fat works. I've not looked in that because, like I said, it's really not something I encounter. It's not in the foods I eat. So, but yeah, saturated fat for sure. Yeah, I've heard about, you guys keep telling me Jordan Peterson on his like super awesome carnivore diet is like super sick right now, but I don't want to make a video about it. I don't want to kick a person when they're down and say, nanny, nanny, nanny. I'm not that kind of person. Vegan diet would have saved you. I don't know what he might have some issues that go beyond diet. Who knows? People get sick, especially old farts like me and Jordan. Let's see, VLAM, you wear the WNOC label proudly. Wait, okay, I'm going to sound like a bad vegan activist. Tell us what the WNOC label is, VLAM. Let's see, Nikki Tofu Princess. Well, we'll have to look this up, but be aware about ketchup, guys. She says, only organic ketchup is technically vegan because regular has quote unquote natural flavor, which includes or can include fish. Interesting, huh? All right, I'll be more careful. I mean, often we've gotten our in the past gotten our ketchups from like places like Whole Foods where you can like read like the 3 ingredients. I don't ever remember reading like natural flavor, but I'll take a look. See what we got right now. I don't even know what brand we don't really eat ketchup all that much. Only time we have ketchup on any sort of semi-consistent basis is when it's like night and we're tired, we don't want to make dinner, we'll get a bag of frozen fries, from the market. We have it in the freezer and just put it in the air fryer and maybe, dip it in some ketchup and or mustard, whatever we got. So anyway, yes, the woke narcissist. Oh, that's the shirt you're talking about. I still don't have one. I've been telling Angie. I think I want to, because she took it off. She had it on our t-shirt store, and it's now deactivated or private or something like that. So I go, let's fire it back up. I think I want to order me a woke narcissist of compassion t-shirt because, well, I'm curious, VLAM, if you can recall, do you get weird looks or like reactions from people with that shirt? I'm just kind of curious, like what have you experienced while wearing the woke narcissist of compassion shirt? Let's see, Howling Moon Cinemas. Yeah, I'm telling you, the comments on the vertical live stream are separate from the comments on the horizontal live stream, so you're not seeing what everyone's saying. I don't know why that is. I thought YouTube was going to merge them, so I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'll look into it. I get closer and closer to having the 2 streams working out, and I'm always like a step or 2 away from having it do exactly what I want. So if you want to get the whole 9 yards, with everyone chatting, come over to the horizontal live stream. That's where the vast majority of folks are right now. I'm Howling Moon. Yeah, or if you want to stay there, it's all good, Yeah, I'm just letting you know where we're at right now with my live stream technology evolution. And let's see, Peter points, yeah, Jordan, yeah, he's a little bit older than me. He's 63, I'm 58, but he looks a lot older. Well, yeah, we age. When you get a certain age, you start aging differently. You start looking older quicker, it seems like. You can kind of maybe cruise through your 40s and retain some of your youthful looks, but as you get past that, you start aging. Except for Angie. Angie still is like, looks the same, which is awesome. VLAM, you don't mind being associated with woke narcissists? Woke and compassion, but not necessarily narcissists. Yeah, but that's what makes it funny. That's what's so poetic about Jordan Peterson, throwing in these kind, compassionate, loving words and putting narcissists, like you're a narcissist if you're into compassion and stuff. It's like, yeah, I like just taking that and throwing it back at him. Like, thanks for giving us that. That's an awesome expression. Let's see, Brian. The world as we know it will never go vegan. So what's the point? Well, let me ask you, Brian. Are you vegan or not? I haven't seen all your comments, so I'm not sure where you're coming from, and I don't remember you from previous live streams. So we'll tackle your question in a second. But first, I just want to know, when you utter that statement, "The world we know it will never go vegan." So what's the point? I want to know where you're coming from. The thing is, if something is morally right, who cares? That's the thing about morals, especially objective morality, if you believe in that. It doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. You could have the whole world saying that, like, owning slaves as personal property is totally cool. If the whole world agreed, that wouldn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? So thing is, doing what's right for me, I don't really care about how many other people are also doing it. I mean, yeah, sure, I would like for there to be more people who are vegan. Obviously, I'm not denying that at all. But just because we're in a minority of the human population, like say 2 or so percent in the United States, maybe 3% in Great Britain, that doesn't deter me in the slightest bit. I mean, animal cruelty and exploitation are wrong. I can eat plants instead of them. Why would I want to have animals killed for me when I can buy plants and get all the nutrition that I need? So I'm not sure how the fact that 98% of the people in this country are not vegan. Why would that affect what I do? It would seem like if I let that affect me, it would just be an excuse. Like I didn't even want to be vegan in the first place. Oh, no one else doing it. Why should I? That's not the reason to do it. Like, so anyway, let me see if he answered that there. Let's see. Not seeing Brian there yet. So I guess I gave him a lot to chew on. Ojajum. Anyway, yeah, you think vegetarians and vegans need to be closer allies? Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I don't like when I meet vegetarians, I go, hey, you're a bad person because you still consume animal products in the form of dairy. I don't do that crap, I know there are vegans that do that, and there are vegans who encourage their followers to be such assholes too. But yeah, fortunately, they don't like our channel here because we're not assholes like that. Yeah, I believe in trying to have people leave a conversation or interaction with me with a positive feeling rather than those people are a bunch of assholes. I'll never go vegan just despite them. Anyway, yeah. Hey, Dr. Bear, how's it going, Dr. Bear? Stay as long or as little as you can. Are you at the animal shelter right now? Or are you going to have some fun with Mr. Bear in the trick-or-treating festivities? Hey, Carmichael, I'm doing just fine. Thanks for asking. Zenith. Well, yeah, ethics is a branch of philosophy for sure. That being said, I think Angie put the Woke Narcissist of Compassion shirt back up again. Let me check it out. Hang on one sec. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order me one for Christmas, for Black Friday. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, let me put it up here. Woohoo! All right, so there's me on the vertical live stream, but that's not what I'm trying to show you. Let me show you Woke Narcissists of Compassion. We are back in business, so cool. Let's see, we get different colors too. I think I'll probably just want a black or dark one like that. Woke, and get an extra large. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Woke Narcissist of Compassion. So if you want to get one, let me put the link down if you want to get a Woke Narcissist. Yeah, this has been off the market for a long time. Woke Narcissist of Compassion T. I spelled it all right, or at least I got it auto-filled. All right, so there's a link if you want to get the Woke Narcissist of Compassion t-shirt. Awesome, Angie. Ask and ye shall receive. Sweet. Yeah, Angie, looks young, huh, Peter? I don't know how she does it. She's just got lucky, good genetics. I think her sweet cheeks. She has these just just natural big cheeks. Like when we age, our cheeks typically get smaller. Hers are staying the same, So it gives a nice youthful appearance having full cheeks. Oh, cool, Carmichael. I haven't detected or felt the vibes of negativity from anyone on tonight's live stream. So I'm sorry if I may have given you that impression. I don't know what I said exactly. Yeah, tonight's all good vibes, Okay, so let me scroll back up and check out some of the comments here. I was looking for a certain one. Let's see. Yeah, I feel tired today, Johnny, too. I was at the gym just doing my warm-up on the basketball court. I'm going, I don't think I'm going to stay here too long. I got through my warm-up and went home. I just wasn't feeling it today. That's how it happens sometimes, especially when you're like almost 60 like I am. You have a few more days where you're getting colder. Let's see, Brian. I'm not sure what you're saying here. I asked you. I want to know, Brian. Are you vegan or not? That's what I'm wondering, because your argument was like, or at least I don't know if it was an argument, but your feelings seemed to be like, oh well, the whole world's not going to go vegan anyway. So what's the point? So I just want to know: are you expressing like an exasperation or being bummed as a vegan, or are you saying that as a non-vegan as an excuse why like someone like you or someone else wouldn't go vegan? I'm just trying to understand is it frustration coming from a vegan or kind of an excuse? And I say that word as innocently as I mean. I'm trying to make that judgment like an excuse from a person who won't go vegan or doesn't want to go vegan. I'm just trying to understand the perspective. So if you can help me out, that would be awesome. Yeah, Peter, those non-scientific carnivore doctors can say whatever the hell they want, right? Oh, Carmichael, you're the one that was talking about Disneyland. Oh, yes. I knew you said you weren't trying to be mean or anything, and I think I feel a little bad. I think I was a little harsh in my response to my video from yesterday, responding to your comment. I'm sorry if I was. It's just comments. It's like you're not the first person that's ever said that to us, and it's just kind of triggering. Like it's like, there's this thing called Disney adults or something like that. It's a thing, and it's just kind of triggering to hear that. So I'm sorry if I was a little harsh on that response. You just kind of hit something. It's one of those things, like as a vegan, like, but where do you get your protein? It's like that. Like, why do you go to Disneyland if you don't have kids? And when I hear someone say that, not saying you're saying that, but when I hear someone say that, like in real life, I'm going, so you're saying Disneyland is such a horribly boring, stupid place that you have zero fun there, and the only reason why you haul yourself and your family there is altruistic, just to please your kids. You could be you might as well be like anywhere, because Disneyland just sucks. You're just there for the kids. No, it's actually a fun place to go, and as I pointed out in video, there's a wide range of things that adults can do and do better without having the burden of dealing with kids, making sure they're being satisfied with their food and rides, and they want to go on rides and rides all day. It's like, no, we just want to go for a couple hours, enjoy some food or coffee, come home, get to work, so that's it. I'm sorry if I came off a little strong on that one. There's nothing wrong with going to Disney with other kids, just you and your wife. Sounds fun, man, and I've been enjoying the updates of vegan spots in Disney. Okay, thank you. No offense taken or anything like that. Just kind of hit something like the where do you get your protein thing from. So I'm sorry if I reacted a little more stronger than was warranted from your comment, but it made for an entertaining video. Right? I got to talk about all the cool things about Disneyland, so I think your comment was actually had a net positive. So I was able to share all the cool stuff we do there. Wow, Johnny, what's going on? Your brother got into a car accident last night, and then last Friday night got into his first street fight. Wow, I wonder if there's some connection between the two. San Francisco Veg Fest is tomorrow. Wow, what's going on? Where's it going to be at in the city? Yeah, Peter, so your non-jungle doctor carnivore guy there, he says, don't eat plants, they're trying to kill you, and instead eat hamburgers and hot dogs. Because, if you go to, a conference of health professionals, health organizations, they're going to say, yeah, just eat hot dogs and hamburgers. Screw them plants. Those plants are trying to kill you, right? There's all the science here that says the plants are trying to kill you. Not. Yeah, and if you want to look bright red like him, yeah, go for it, Johnny, why go to Disneyland? You're in Florida. You can go to Disney World. You do go to Disney World. It's just like us. I'm probably never going to see Disney World in Florida because it's so far away. But it requires so much money to get there. And the hotels are like $400, $500, $600 a night. It's like, no, I'll just go, pay for $12 a parking and that's it. And then buy some coffee and a burrito or something at Disney California Adventure and come home, I'm in and out for under $30, So anyway, Nikki Tofu you still buy Hello Kitty and Kawaii stuff, and you're 50. Yeah, Angie looks great in Hello Kitty stuff. I remember last year I got her some Hello Kitty slippers for Christmas, or was it her birthday? I can't remember now, but yeah, we love Hello Kitty around here. Bell peppers. I see you guys talking about bell peppers. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of bell peppers. I don't really like the taste of of green bell peppers. Angie's gotten me to tolerate red bell peppers, but yeah, I'm really not a fan of green. It just tastes too like I don't know, just like a gnarly thick plant. I don't know. I don't know how to describe
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, thanks, Muggs. Thanks for the super chat tip. Much appreciated, Muggs. Hello back to you, too. Thank you so much for contributing to our channel here. And, yeah, I can't say thank you enough because, yeah, we're, even though we've been around a long time, we're a small channel. We don't make tons off YouTube ads and stuff like that. So thanks for all the help. Yeah, Peter, yeah, Disneyland is really tight. It's really crammed in. Walt didn't know how popular it was going to be when he bought it back in the 50s. And he didn't have the wealth that he had had later on from the success of Disneyland. So he did the best he could. Disneyland's really small. Disney World, way more land, way more spread out. Yeah, he learned his lesson for sure. What's the coldest sandwich? A burrito. Sounds good, except for being a cold burrito. So anyway, let's see. Oh, Muggs, you were over in the vertical live stream. Hey, I'm sorry, Muggs. Yeah, I was going to say, the vertical live stream comments are different in a different spot, unfortunately, from the horizontal. So I have to keep reminding myself to look on the other side of the screen here so I can see those comments. And I keep forgetting. Why? Because I have vegan brain fog. No, I'm just trained. If you've been doing something a certain way for 6 years or something, it's hard to train an old dog a new trick, not to make an unvegan joke there, but you know what I'm saying. I gotta look this way a little more often. Cool. Well, that's why, YouTube just they're rolling out this feature now for live streamers to be able to stream to both vertical and a shorts format. And the promise was that the comments would be unified all in one spot, but I'm learning tonight they're not. So I feel bad. So the past 3 weeks when I did this, people are probably trying to talk to me and thought I was a complete a-hole. Why is he not, who's he talking to? So it's my bad. So I just got to train myself to look both ways. But yeah, stay there. That's why I'm expanding. I want people who prefer the vertical shorts format to be able to participate in the live streams as easily as anyone else does. What's for dinner tonight, Uncle? I don't know. I'm not sure. We haven't gone that far. Last week, we had the Tuscan kale pilaf all ready to go.
Thanks for the
I'm
tip.
not sure. Oh, hey, Hector. Hector Reason. Thank you. Oh, Fresno, the breadbasket of the world. Yeah, you're in a very agricultural area up there. You're not too far from places like Lodi and stuff, right? But yeah, thanks so much again for the super chat tip there. And Hector, again, he's in the vertical live stream. So yeah, I'm cool. I'm glad I figured out that I need to have a separate window for the vertical live stream comments so I can see everyone. I just wish we could all be in one happy comment space together. So I'm gonna take a look to see if I'm doing something wrong or what. I don't know. There's not a lot of documentation yet. YouTube didn't release a lot of technical info about how to make this all work. And I said, I haven't really found people making videos and helpful, tips on how to make this all work. So I'm just kind of figuring this all out on my own, unfortunately. I feel like Neil Armstrong here. Hey, do I see AJ Vintage? Hey, happy Halloween, AJ. I'm glad you're here. We're having some fun tonight, doing something festive, appropriate for Halloween. Hopefully you were. Okay, Brian, you're back. How come, I'm kind of curious, Brian, how come when I ask you a question, you don't answer it, you come back with something else? I just want to know. I want to understand where you're coming from. Is it coming from a frustrated vegan or someone who doesn't want to be vegan for whatever reason? So if you could answer me that, Brian, that would be super helpful. And, we could maybe talk about some of your other points here. Let's see what he's saying. If a vegan had to choose to feed someone starving an animal-derived ingredient or let them starve, how do you know that, Brian? How do you know what the values of vegans are? Let's go look at the definition, because I think you're just kind of like freelancing at this point. There's the woke narcissist of compassion. Sure, get them while they're still available. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. Nowhere in here does it say that, yeah, if you're in a life or death situation, you have to choose death. In fact, they make it very clear that's not what veganism, adhering to veganism advocates for. It's not a death cult. It doesn't say you have to die or let people die in order to maintain your purity as a vegan or something like that. In fact, they mention say in the case of medications like pharmaceutical drugs and stuff like that. Unfortunately, in Great Britain, where these guys are from, and here too, most of the developed world, pharmaceutical drugs are tested on animals. But if you need to take one for whatever reasons, like you're in pain or you need something to make your body work so you don't die, yeah, they're saying, yeah, don't be stupid and die or something like that. So I'm not sure where you're getting that vegans adhere to this philosophy of purity where death is a viable option. Unaliving yourself for others is a viable option if you're in a life or death situation. So you're kind of making that up, Brian. You're assuming a lot about what veganism is and what one needs to do in order to be a vegan. It's not a death cult. Yeah, Carmichael, I have to pull up the definition all the time because I think when people have weird ideas or misconceptions about what veganism is, it's because they've never been acquainted with a proper definition of veganism. I'm not saying that's the only one, but it's a really good one because I believe it brings out the essence of what veganism is, and therefore what it is not. And veganism is not a philosophy that forces a person to unalive themselves or their loved ones if they found themselves in certain situations. Veganism is not a death cult. I mean, no one would ever sign up, right? Imagine it's hard enough to convince people to be vegan or eat plant-based, and if they find out, but you have to kill yourself you have to unalive yourself in certain circumstances. No, you don't. That's just people that don't understand veganism. They like to say that. They like to strawman veganism, redefine it in such a way that it's, this unreasonable and crazy, horrible philosophy. But yeah, Carmichael, I show the definition in the live stream, I show it in the videos, I show it all the time because I believe it's quite necessary. Because like I said, most people that are trying to attack or say bad things about veganism have their own kind of weird custom definition of veganism that no one I know adheres to. It's funny, it's just inventing their own weird it's like if you don't know what something is, maybe you should look up what it is before you criticize it. Just saying, it helps to know what you're talking about. Who cares what VD thinks? If I'd like to see your argument that veganism is a death cult. It's just absurd. I just told you it's not, and I gave a very cogent explanation as to why veganism is not a death cult and does not commit one to unaliving themselves or their loved ones if they found themselves in certain circumstances. Again, you're never going to get anyone to go vegan. Really, I'll have to unalive my children if I went vegan in certain. No, you don't. No. Yeah, but carnism, that's a death cult. What about the billions of bees, huh? Oops.
Literally billions of insects.
How many?
Get murdered.
Billions. Huh. Did I hear billions? Yep. Yeah, veganism, again, is not Jainism. And if an animal gets harmed in the productions of foods, that's not on vegan. Just like if a farm worker gets harmed in the production of foods, that's not the vegan's fault. It's not the meat eater's fault. It's just what happens. And as I saw Joey Carbstrong produced of Piers Morgan, the vast majority of bee deaths are caused by mites, some kind of insect attack of some kind. So it's not, why is that the vegan's fault that the bees get attacked by mites? Again, it's not the meat eater's fault. It's not the vegetarian's fault. It's not the vegan's fault. It's just what happens, Anyway, but everything that happened, that's what I've learned. Meat eaters like Piers Morgan and people who are just disingenuous and engaging in bad faith tactics will always blame anything that goes wrong in farming, industrial agriculture, or just even small farming. They'll blame any problem on vegans. It's like somehow we're the ones that pull all the strings. We're the ones in charge of all farming on the planet. And anything goes wrong, it's on us, even though they're eating the vast majority of the results of farming. Oh, we have someone who wants to go vegan but doesn't want to do it because of bodybuilders. Well, are you here, Johnny Bravo? Why don't you tell Ojol Jim about? I mean, let's find a picture of Nimai Delgado or something. Let's see. Like. Okay, so let's check out Nimai Delgado here and check him out in an objective way. I'm not trying to thirst trap you people on Nimai Delgado. I mean, is that buff enough for you here? Is that good enough? Because he's never eaten meat in his life. He's one of the few vegans that was born into a vegetarian family. He had hippie parents, something like that. He was born into a vegetarian family, and then later on became vegan himself. So this chiseled, sculpted body who's been on the cover of fitness magazines. That's how buff he is. He's been on fitness magazines. Yeah, we could check out Brian Turner now. I'm just showing there's nothing about eating a vegan diet that will prevent you from being as jacked as this and getting on the cover of Men's Fitness. The only things that will stop you from doing that are other things, like, say, how hard you're training, genetic factors. Can you get jacked like this? Some people could train exactly like Nimai and eat the same foods and everything and not get as jacked. So there's a lot of factors, but eating plants and avoiding animal protein is not one of those factors. So are you thirst trapped there, Nikki? I didn't mean to do that. I'm glad Sarah / late model's not here tonight, because I know this would thirst trap her. But yeah, he's a great example. And he's not the only one. He's not like the only vegan bodybuilder. There's hundreds of others I could show. There's Olympic athletes, like jacked ones, like ones who compete in men's weightlifting and when women's bodybuilding too. I mean, there's athletes all across the board. So yeah, again, your vegan diet or plant-based diet is not going to be the limiting factor. It's going to be something else that's not related to eating plants or not eating animal products.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, I got another tip from Hector. Let's see. Thanks, Hector. Thanks so much for your super chat tip. Free market capitalism let's see, did I get it here? Free market capitalism lets people choose and thrive, including those who follow a vegan lifestyle, more than heavily regulated systems. Love channel. I think I understand what you're talking about. What I was saying earlier, like, I have the choice to go to a supermarket and push my cart down the produce aisle and buy plants and go in the bean aisle and throw beans in there. I mean, it's there. And usually these foods, like I said, are less expensive than, like, say, buying steak and eggs and milk and stuff like that. So yeah, free market capitalism has allowed all these food transportation and storage systems to exist and be so well developed that pretty much any of us can go wherever we're at and buy some plant somewhere and eat. And if you're in a city, you have tons of options. Even if you're out in the fringes, you have options more so than existed, say, like, I guess like 10, 20 years ago. And likewise too, if you don't, just because you're vegan, you're not going to necessarily get jacked like Nimai Delgado. You could be vegan and just lay around on the couch every day like Rick Rubin did and get large. But he said he was large before that. His story didn't really logically stay consistent. I remember it was all over the place. Talked about his obese relatives, yet he blamed eating like tofu for making him obese. Like, he never said he was ever svelte to start with. But anyway, let's move on from that. Thanks for bringing that up though, Peter. Yeah, Zenith, we heard about that. Peter's letting us know that Zoe has been convicted for rescuing, I thought it was chickens. So it's only 4 chickens, and she's facing 5 years of jail or prison time. That doesn't seem to fit the crime. 5 years for rescuing 4 chickens? It wasn't like she was trying to do some heinous crime, like pull a scam on someone or harm a person or something like that, trying to help a fellow sentient being, an agent, from being killed. And the counter argument is, yeah, she trespassed on the property and took someone else's property. Animals are property in the lives of the law, but really, if you want to make it just, how much were those chickens really worth to the company? Like $5-10 or something? That's not 5 years of prison. It's just so an unjust punishment. A just punishment would fit the crime, and the punishment's way more than what this kind of crime. She should, if anything, be on probation and pay back maybe the court fees and the cost of the chicken back to the chickens back to the whoever was involved, who had them before. Hey, did I see a super chat from AJ right there? Where'd it go? I'm missing out on all my super chats there, AJ. Wait, where'd it go? I thought, oops, my man. Ooh, what'd I do there? Hang on, I gotta get back to my main window here. My bad, guys. Okay. Where'd it go? I could have sworn I saw AJ super chat too. Oh, I know where I need to look. There it is. Yes, thanks, AJ. Awesome. I'm kind of messed up a little bit right now. I have like a separate window popped open so I can see the chats coming from the vertical live stream. Well, thank you, AJ. Let's see, what fund was it for this time? The weekly cult dues. Yes, I don't have my cult leader shirt on, but did you see that Angie put back on sale? Not a hot bod shot of Nimai, but the where'd it go? I lost it. The Woke Narcissist of Compassion tee is back on sale. So if you want to grab one of those, because yeah, VLAM's got one. I was so jealous because I never ended up getting one of the Woke Narcissist of Compassion tees when we had them up. Anyway, thank you so much, AJ. Hey, James. Thanks for the happy Halloween. Yeah, I'm not really doing much in the way of Halloween, as you can see. I'm just sitting around chatting with y'all here on the live stream. Yeah, Peter, I bet she should appeal. I mean, maybe she can get it overturned or at least get the sentence reduced. That is just ridiculous. 4 chickens equals 5 years. Like you robbed. Like you could probably rob someone's car at gunpoint, go on a high-speed freeway chase, evade the police for hours, involve tons of resources trying to like chase you, then end your chase by crashing into and injuring innocent people, and probably get less than 5 years. Is what I'm saying. It just seems like 5 years is like way too much for taking 4 chickens to be rescued. At least you had like a noble purpose. Illegal, but noble. But, jacking someone's car, evading police, and crashing innocent people, there's nothing noble. There's no good intention anywhere. It's evil and bad all the way around. So anyway, wow. Yeah, it's some kind of anti-vegan discrimination there, it sounds like. Something just seems so unjust. Probation, maybe at most serve like a month or 2. I'm not saying I 1 or 2. I'm saying at most I could have seen a sentence like that coming through, and it would have matched up way more than like 5 freaking years. Like she robbed a bank at gunpoint or something like that. Again, I don't think bank gunpoint. If you rob a bank with a gun, you probably don't get 5 years. Yeah, we live in a bizarre world right now for sure. Let's see. It's funny how that Brian guy, I think he was a bot. He never directly responded to any of my questions. Seriously, he never said, "Oh yeah, Ryan," or "I'll get to that." Nothing. Just like a bot, just pasting crap back and forth, but never responding to a question. It seems to be gone now. Hector, thanks for the super chat tip there. I don't go to the beach too often. I used to go a lot more when I was like surfing and stuff like that, but no, I don't surf really anymore. But we do like to go on walks along the beach, like sunsets and stuff like that. And we were thinking about going this week, specifically yesterday, but we had 2 videos to launch yesterday. My new video responding to the silly YouTube comments I got in the past couple weeks, and the Love Spirals Chilling with Love Spirals video podcast. So we needed to be around to launch the videos, and we did live premieres and chatted with you. If we didn't do that, yeah, we might have gone yesterday, because we haven't been for a bit. There's a place we like to go, get a little vegan pizza and take it to like this beautiful kind of rustic beach and up on a bluff or cliff and chill out and have it there. But anyway, yeah. So, hang on one sec, trying to get all my windows back in order here. It's kind of tricky now. So anyway, ooh, that's a good question, Travis. Yeah, that's a great question. Let's try to make find a just punishment. So I'm going to read your comment. If you stole 4 rotisserie chickens from, like, say, a restaurant or a grocery store, would you get a prison term? Yeah, exactly. And if so, would it be 5 freaking years? No way in hell. It just shows you how it's not proportional. So if you steal 5 or 4 dead chickens from somewhere, you might get some punishment, but not 5 years. But if you take 4 living chickens, then they throw the book at you as if you're like a sex offender or a bank robber or a murderer or something like that. Interesting. Yeah, Peter, good questions. I really don't know what's going on. I read that just today a judge ruled that it is unlawful to withhold SNAP benefits because Congress had set aside emergency funding, this is from years ago, to fund about half of a month's of SNAP. So there should be some, from what I understand, some partial funding that will come through. It might be a little late, but yeah, that's really... yeah, I don't know what to say about that, you know? Yeah, we're so much greater now, right? You know, just keep getting greater every day. Well, I didn't know Zoe has a feeding tube due to her diabetes, and worried her diabetes and veganism wouldn't be catered to in prison. Interesting. Wow, it's just a crap situation all the way around. Yeah, good point, AJ. That SNAP benefits just don't go to the people who receive benefits. It benefits all the stores and people that work there and stuff too. Yeah, $1 of benefits gives the economy $1.80. That's a pretty damn good return, almost doubling your money there. Yeah, and it'd be I wonder if people start stealing rotisserie chickens now and see if everyone gets 5 years for that. Yeah, the money's already there, Travis, but I read approximately half, roughly. It's somewhere between 40 and 60%, but it's roughly half of it's there already, so they can at least partially fund, and hopefully the government shutdown won't go any further than another month. No one will enforce that court rule. That's a whole nother question. We'll see how that works out, AJ. I don't know how the system works once a ruling gets made like that. So we'll see. It was a federal judge. It wasn't just some like low levels. A federal judge, or two federal judges in 2 states, if I recall reading that correctly today. But yeah, so much cruelty in this world right now, coming from so many directions. It's depressing. But we got to help them billionaires, right? We got to give them tax breaks. We got to help the poor, those poor, just mistreated, misunderstood, awesome billionaires that just make the world a better place for us all.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, Hector, thanks for the super chat tip. Much appreciated there, our friend. Have I seen any restaurants I love gone after COVID? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the one that's hit the hardest for me, and they survived COVID, by the way. They just went out of business, or closed their doors, I should say, maybe a year and a half ago, was a restaurant that we'd go to often on Tuesdays, Gracias Madre. They have a couple locations. They're from Northern California. They're part of Cafe Gratitude. At least they're the children of Cafe Gratitude. Anyway, they had a location in Newport Beach. Beautiful location, close to like some beautiful beaches and hiking and stuff. And anyway, we'd go there on Tuesdays. They have Taco Tuesday. Like the tacos would be really cheap. They'd have this delicious margarita for $5. It often sells for over like $15 or something like that. So they'd have like live little music, like little bands and stuff, or just a solo artist. Sometimes they'd have DJs and stuff playing like chill out or house or something like that. It was fun. We knew the managers, we knew the servers. It was a fun time, but unfortunately they closed down. Not sure exactly how bad their business was hurting, but that was a hard one, because that was like our favorite date night out. It was like a special thing that we'd do often on Tuesdays, especially in the summertime, when you go there like at 7 or 8 and the weather's just nice, sitting outside at night, and it's like, 70 degrees and having cheap but delicious gourmet tacos, and I'm bummed. I'm sad to see Gracias Madre gone, but you know, we found some things since then. Like I told you, there's I like it even better, and I can walk to it. And here we're not too far from where we live here. We can walk to a vegan Italian restaurant. I mean, their dishes are amazing. You can go in the morning and have like coffee, they have really good lattes there. They have great pastries. Well, everything's vegan, and then at nighttime they have dinner service. They have a fantastic wine selection. It's like maybe 8 or so wines, but they're very thoughtfully chosen. The pizzas there are awesome. The whole menu, everything we've tried on the menu, even the Caesar salad is to die for. It's so awesome. So yeah, some things go, some things come. So you just wish fewer things had to go though. So anyway, yeah, good question there. So yeah, that's. Oh, Brian, you're back. Hey, Brian. Brian, you've not answered my questions. I've asked you. So I want to make it clear, Brian, before I even let you continue with another comment, I'm going to put you in timeout if you don't answer. Are you vegan or not? Just say I am vegan or I am not vegan. I just want to know what you're coming from here. Okay? And please don't come here and try to say that people that receive SNAP benefits are lazy fuckers draining the system or something like that. You have no idea what you're talking about. That's just heartless, cruel, politically biased crap comment. Okay, so you're what does it mean to be basically vegan? I don't understand. Vegan is pretty much a binary thing. Again, there are some weird edge cases if your plane crashes in the mountains or your boat gets stranded on a desert island. Barring that, which I assume none of that applies to you right now, because you're communicating with us and you seem to be under no panic or duress or anything like that. So what does it mean to be basically vegan? I have no idea what that means. It's like you're either against animal cruelty and exploitation and you don't eat them, or you're not. It's like saying, well, I'm basically a non-rapist. I don't rape all that often. I grape sometimes, once every year or so. I'll go out on a night like Halloween and grape something. I don't understand. I'm just trying to understand. What does it mean to be basically vegan? I honestly don't understand what that means. It's pretty damn close to a binary thing. Either you're vegan or you're not. I don't know if it means I'm a little vegan. It's I'm a little bit of a non-grapist. I mean, help me understand how you are basically vegan. Because pretty much all your comments tonight, I'm getting the vibe that you're not vegan. So just please tell us how one can be basically vegan. I don't understand that distinction. So educate us here. Explain what basically vegan is. Well, Moby put out a video saying when he grew up, he was on SNAP benefits and it was really challenging. He wasn't very rich. He struggled to get by. Yeah, I'd have that benefit taken away from a bunch of rich people fucking around. Yeah, not cool. Okay, so that's what he eats. Thanks for sharing that, Eston.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, thanks for the tip, Peter. Did you ask a question there, Peter? Let me see. Let's see. Let me check here what Peter said. Peter. Oh yeah, I read that. It was a thing about Moby. Yeah, thanks. Hey Heidi, how's it going, Heidi? Doing all right. Thanks for asking. We have someone here who is basically vegan. So Eston Hewart saying that Brian said he doesn't consume eggs, flesh, or secretions of animals. Okay, I guess the question would be why is that? Why did I'm glad to hear that. So why did you make that choice? If you did it because you're against animal cruelty and exploitation, then you're vegan. You're not basically vegan, you're vegan. So I'm trying to understand what the basically, it sounds like you're saying I'm vegan, but I want to leave some wiggle room so I can kind of freelance whenever I want to. So that's the part I want to understand. I want to understand what the wiggle room part is. Not to ridicule you. I'm just trying to understand why you're saying you're basically vegan. It sounds like you are vegan as long as you just don't say, I'm just gonna eat some animal bits tonight for the hell of it. just because I want to just go crazy or hang out with my friends. Yeah, Timothy, it's like saying, well, yeah, of course I'm against kicking dogs and stuff, but I'm basically against kicking dogs and stuff. I'm basically. So that like once every month or so, I'll go kick a dog and then I'll come back home and pretend to. I was just kind of curious, like what is the wiggle part? I don't understand how morality is just kind of a switch that you flip or something. Maybe I'm overdoing it here. I'm over embellishing because I'm just trying to imagine his situation here. I should let Brian speak for himself. So I apologize, Brian, if I'm like doing some kind of like I don't know. I'll just stop. I'll shut up and I'll let you
Thanks for the tip.
describe in your own words what it means to be basically vegan. Because for me, does not compute what that means. So someone will need to explain that to me. Then I'll see if it computes or not. Hey, thanks for the tip there, Hector. California has high taxes. Should state handle SNAP better? As far as I understand, SNAP is funded through federal funds, so that's why hence the problem, because there's a federal government shutdown. So I'm not sure if our tax rate here being higher than average has any relevance on that. If I'm wrong, someone let me know. It's funny how Brian will say some crazy stuff, then I'll press him on it, and then I'll wait for him, and then I think he just wanders away. And then when I kind of forget about him, I'll see he said some crap again that didn't address anything that I asked. So Brian, please don't do that. If I see you come back and don't like stay linear with the questions that I'm asking you, I'm gonna do something. So all right. Anyway. Yeah, Varless. I'm not sure why people's users' names have changed at the end. It's something that we noticed in, at least I noticed for the first time during last Friday's live stream. But some people said they saw it before then. But it's a new thing YouTube did. I'm not sure what it means and what it's for, like the purpose of it. Yeah, AJ. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, SNAP is a federal program, not state. So a state's tax rate is pretty much a moot point. It has no bearing on the federal funds. You live in Massachusetts, Heidi? I don't know. I'll take the Pepsi challenge. Let's see if California's are higher. Let's see. What's that, Carmichael? For you, the ethics of veganism clicked in you first, and you only just now adapting a really well-rounded whole food plant-based way of eating. That's what I was talking about in my video yesterday. So you could, not you, but a person could, you could be, ethical vegan, but you don't give a crap about your health. You're young, you're invincible. Just beer and Oreos, that's vegan. That'll get it done, right? And that could probably sustain a person for a little while in their youth. But after a while, you might want to find that it's ethical not only to, treat animals well, it's ethical to treat yourself well, cool, awesome. Oh, let's not get all political here, Blue Soul. I have to admit I'm way too dumb to understand the intricacies of state and federal tax systems and how it all works out exactly, what goes where and who decides that. But that's not the point that we're talking about right now. But yeah, sure, I'd love to pay less tax, a lower tax rate. Who wouldn't? The thing is, what would be the consequence of that? Would it mean that, all right, there's going to be a bunch of potholes all over the streets and freeways now, and other just things down, dominoes that would topple down? If it prevents crap like that from happening, I guess the taxes do help. Anyway, yeah. But bottom line, vote. Yeah, Angie and I voted yesterday. There's a special election in California, so we dealt with it yesterday. Meaning I wanted to get it handled before voting, the actual day of voting next week. Because that's the kind of people we are. Vote early. So Peter's saying there's some natural flavoring in Diet Coke. That's apparently not vegan. Yeah, AJ, I know it's kind of a weird irony there, huh? About who's using Snap a lot there. But anyway, I'm trying to make fun of anyone who's going to be like, in a a pickle, so to speak, next month possibly. Yeah, Carmichael, see, it doesn't suck being vegan, you know? Oh no, the election is to have the voters approve the way that districts are drawn up, so California can have a few more seats in the House of Representatives next year to balance out what Texas did, and they didn't have to go through their voters. They just have the ability to draw up their district lines on their own, just make up whatever they want. So we're voting for that California can do something similar so we can balance what Texas has already done. I think Missouri has done or is doing something like that on their own too. Let's try to keep it a real balance of power in the House of Representatives rather than it being, you know, I don't want to use triggering language, but, you know, rigged has been put in some of the propaganda, that word. And speaking of Dea, that's how you pronounce Dea, not Dia, it's Dea. And I got that firsthand from a Dea representative that I spoke with. Oh, I've never been to Thailand. That sounds like a far-off fantasy, a place I may never see in this lifetime. Uncle, yeah, there's a ballot box that we like to go to. It's this cool part of town. We can just chill out, you know, throw it in there. I think we went to the market that day too. So yeah, it's not that close, but there's several scattered around the town. Of course, we picked the one that's like in the nicest, chillest part of town. That's how we are. You just got your mail-in ballot? Oh, you have an election there too? Because I know most states aren't voting right now. This is not really much of an election year. That'll be next year. This is a special election that we got in California. Let's see. Yeah, Peter, if you ever come out here, let me know. I'll definitely show you the vegan Italian place. Yeah, if you like vegan Italian, seriously, I can't imagine it being there being a better vegan Italian place. In fact, I was just talking with I think he's the owner. We were just there a few mornings ago, and he told us that already his restaurant, it's brand new. It just opened, I think, in January, earlier this year. It's brand new. It's already rated the second best Italian restaurant in the city. Not even vegan, just Italian. He's already the #2 restaurant in the city, so they're on their way up. I just want them to have tons of business, be open forever, and make tons of money, I hope, because yeah, we know he tells us it's tough. Like, yeah, no surprise, running a restaurant is crazy. It's a really hard job. It's a risky business to get into. So yeah, if you ever find a restaurant that you love and you want to ensure as much as you can that they'll be around, yeah, try to support them as much as you can, and you'll make some cool friends along the way because you'll be a regular there. Okay, you're not sure what the election is for, AJ? Wow, better find out. It's probably Tuesday, right? Okay, you do love Italian food, Peter. Awesome. I know AJ's a big Italian food lover too. Yeah, AJ, if you're down here, let us know. Yeah, you guys will love this place. So good. Oh, Eston Hewart, a great vegan Italian restaurant near you closed down. Very sad. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's what I said. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh. I just wish he would take it a little less, you know. But it's tough, you know, all joking aside. You know, it's no shock to you guys. You know, I'm sure you guys all know that the restaurant industries are it's a very challenging time right now. High rising costs, you know, just tough. You know, people are being tighter with their money. You know, it's harder to pay people a living or decent wage. So there's a lot of challenges. We had dumplings, Varless. That's nice. The mushroom ones were amazing. A vegan bao bun. Oh man, making me jealous, you know. Don't talk about vegan Chinese food. Oh, you can. I'm just saying that you're just yeah. Well, that's good, Peter, that you're near you have an Italian restaurant that has a separate vegan menu with a lot of options. Good. Yeah, support them. Let them know. Yeah, you want them to keep the vegan options, because we were really bummed at Disneyland. Are you still here, Carmichael? we're at Disneyland this week. We go once a week when they let us in. And what we're going to get, what was it? Crap, we were bummed that something that's been there forever is gone now. It's like, no, you can't take that. No, it wasn't Disney. It was Whole Foods. You guys ever go to the sandwich deli section at Whole Foods? For years, guys, if you're vegan, you've probably had at least one in your life, and some of you probably had quite a few. The vegan TTLA sandwich. I forgot, like tempeh, lettuce, avocado. It's been a staple. It's all vegan. They have a vegan mayonnaise. Anyway, it's gone. They replaced it with a regular BTLA, like non-vegan. Like why? It's like how much harder is it to have the ingredients for this on hand? But anyway, that was sad. Angie made an Instagram post about it. You love that sandwich, AJ? I knew. So I thought we'd share with you the sad news that the vegan TTLA deli sandwich from Whole Foods is gone forever as far as we know. And we did our bit to vote with our dollars to support that sandwich. I'm not sure if enough people were buying or not. I don't know, Peter, if it wasn't selling. I know that's a dumb excuse businesses give. Like I told you, at Disneyland, we used to go in the mornings for something called the shawarma. It was just like this wrap of like an Impossible sausage and some Beyond egg and stuff. And remember one morning I went there and ordered it. Wait, how come it costs more? Oh, you replaced it with the same thing but with actual eggs and dead animals inside? And the guy said, it wasn't selling. I go, no, that's bullshit. You're supposed to have them till 11 a.m. and we rush here. Sometimes at 10:30 they're gone. I get pissed. I rushed there and they didn't have my breakfast. So they'll like to say they weren't selling, but no, I don't trust when people say that. Especially when I have evidence to the contrary, that people are buying them up and they sell them out before the end of breakfast time. I told you it's 11 there. So anyway, let's see. How are we doing here? 7:36. You guys kind of woke me up a little bit so far. I told you I was feeling a little tired today. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm sure an anti-vegan says, because it's vegan. It's like, no, I'm 58 years old too, and I can get fatigued. I've had days where I feel fatigued that has nothing to do with vegan. Just sometimes your body just says, bro or gal or whatever you might be, we need to chill a little bit. You've kind of been going hard. We haven't been getting enough good rest. Let's just take it easy today. That's what my body was telling me when I was on the basketball court today. Fortunately, I wasn't playing any games. I was just doing my warm-ups and drills. I'm going, wow, why does everything seem way more hard to do today? It just seems like the effort is just not, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling my normal self. So I just was there for maybe probably an hour or so. I should look at my watch. But anyway, feeling kind of chill today. I wasn't sure how long I'd do this live stream. I thought I just might do it for like half an hour or something like that. But anyway, here I am. I'm still here. I'm still doing it. Just having some trouble with other things. Okay, where is my mouse here? Okay. So anyway, oh, how's the Dodgers going, Peter? How's it going? Give me an update. Are the Dodgers still ahead? Or is Uncle watching? Top of the 8th inning. Where are we at now? What is the score? Please let me know that the Dodgers are winning if that's really what's happening. Hey, Hector, you're so awesome tonight, Hector. Thank you so much, Hector in Fresno, right, for all your super chat tips. Really, very greatly appreciated to help Angie and I out here with all our work that we put into Happy Healthy Vegan. That's not properly compensated by YouTube. So thank you, Hector. In a free market capitalist, Ryan, less government and less taxes in California. I support you and Angie, value for value. I'll tell you, I'm totally, who wants to pay taxes? But I just don't want to pay less in taxes at the expense of like a breakdown or a collapse of the quality of life, the quality of infrastructure that we have had over time. And, so anyway, but thanks so much, Hector. Yeah, I hate paying taxes. I hate it every spring when I have to get all my income tax crap together and write checks to the IRS and do it 3 more times for estimated taxes. It sucks. Yeah, I don't like it, but I wonder if we paid none, what would happen? What would it be like? But anyway, thanks so much. Hang on one second. I lost my mouse again, my pointer. I don't know why I keep doing this. Let's see. So let's check out the Dodgers update. The Dodgers are still ahead 3-1 and top of the 8th. That's good. Cool. So let me ask you this. So if the Dodgers win tonight, it'll be 3 games to 3 games. Each team will have three games. And then where does Game 7 get played at? Let me know that, because that's a huge deal. Will it be played in freezing cold Canada or chill sunny Southern California? But Ryan, do you eat almonds and avocados? Because what's wrong with almonds and avocados? Because
literally billions of insects get murdered.
Well, here's the thing about almonds and avocados. Our avocados here in Southern California they're local. Like, there's one of the best avocado growing places in the country or world even, just like not too far south of here in San Diego County. And the climate's not too much different. Some get imported from northern Mexico, but all our avocados are from here. There's no rainforest being cut down or anything like that. They're a local food. I mean, there's avocado trees all around Southern California. They grow here. They thrive in Southern California. They have for decades. So I've been eating avocados. So if Piers Morgan had a problem with that, tough shit, because they're a local food. Almonds, though, I was not eating almonds. I mean, I like oat milk. So I haven't been eating almonds. But once I saw Piers Morgan was such an asshole about vegans eating almonds, I'm going, well, he's going to be an asshole. And if he's, I better eat my almonds, because I haven't been eating almonds, and that's not helping. So I figured, I might as well get my value of him being a dick, and just eat almonds. Just because if he's going to be a dick about it, I might as well get my money's worth there. What's that? He's a liar. I'm looking at someone in the vertical stream. What's that? Wolf AMG SP20. Yep, doesn't address it. He's a liar. What are you talking about? You talking about me or Piers Morgan or something? Yeah, Brazil nuts are good too. Yeah, Dr. Greger turned me on to them for having good they're good for lowering cholesterol or something like that. Yeah, almonds are a product of the Central Valley of California. Okay, Game 7 would be played in Toronto. Crap, the Dodgers don't have home court advantage. That sucks. 41 degrees right now, AJ. I'm so jealous. Oh man. It's here it's 67 right now. It's at almost 8 p.m. It doesn't get that cold, man. I wish it did. I like cool evenings. Wow, all you lucky people have cool weather. We will get there one day. Yeah, we've had a heat wave this week. It was 90 degrees in Anaheim a couple days ago. We didn't go to Disneyland that day. We saw, oh my God, we better go on not that day. Several days it was around 90 degrees. Oh, it's pretty warm now in Toronto. Good. The Dodgers will need that. Yeah, a nice warm night in SoCal for sure. It's warm in here. I got the AC on. I wish I had it down a little lower right now, to be honest. Really not that cool in this room right now. A good point about taxes, though. Who cares? My taxes aren't going to, say I paid a little more, a little less. It's just a drop in the bucket compared to, with the ultra wealthy. We're talking, people that, whose income is on annually, on the magnitude of several millions or billions. D Rabbit says the taxes wouldn't be as much an issue if the billionaires, and I don't think we have trillionaires yet, were taxed appropriately. Yeah, that's all I've asked for. I'm not saying tax them to death, but why do I pay a higher, and you guys pay a higher tax rate percentage wise? Yeah, they'll pay more because it's a bigger number, but as far as the percentage of income, how come they get taxed at a lower tax rate than you and I do? So that's all we're asking for, is fairness in taxing. I don't think that's a radical idea, I showed an example where in pastures, Elon Musk was paying 4% or so on his capital gains, And, it should be more like 30% or something like that. But through all these weird breaks and stuff like that, it worked out to 4%, So yeah, just ask for appropriate taxation. That's not. I don't think that's a liberal, crazy communist idea. Just like janitors shouldn't have a higher tax rate than CEO tech billionaires, right? It sounds super reasonable. Let's see. What's that? Eston Hewitt Ryan, did you know we actually can't provide food to the current number of humans without migratory pollination? I wish more vegans address this. We need to be promoting robotic bees. I don't know anything about this, so that's why I'm not going to talk about it, because I know nothing about that. Yeah, Elon Musk is trying to become a trillionaire. He's trying to argue to his shareholders and to the board of Tesla that he deserves a pay package if he meets certain goals, that he shall get paid $1 trillion. I mean, for what? I mean, he's not even the biggest car company in the world or anything like that. It's just crazy. That's just so obscene. He already has more money than he knows what to do with. I'm afraid what he'd do. Seriously, I'm really horrified at what he might try to do with $1 trillion if he just had $1 trillion. You were a banana for Halloween? Awesome, Carmichael. Wow. I should have gone into the Spirit Halloween store and see if they had that. I influenced your decision? Awesome. Let's see, Nikki, are you being too ridiculous wanting a $4,000 organic vegan mattress? Hey, look at it the value proposition. Like, if it's really well made, I don't know what you're getting or brand or anything like that, but if it's really well made, it might last like another 5 or 10 years versus a less well made mattress. So that extra money you're paying now will kind of it'll give you, it's a value if it lasts like another 5 or 10 years. So yeah, you got to take the whole thing into consideration. That does sound like a lot of money, but for a well-made product that's going to be good for your sleeping posture and last a long time and keep your body at a good temperature, some of that stuff, it's hard to put a price on. No, I don't think anyone needs $1 trillion, Uncle, unless they're going to do something really effed up, I fear. Really. I mean, he already has enough money to do whatever he wants. Like, why do you need $1 trillion for? Like, it sounds like something to do something really horrible. I have no idea what Buckethead is. Dream Thread, should I know what Buckethead is? Exactly, Peter. There's nothing you could do. You could buy every, sports franchise on the planet, and you could buy New York City. I mean, I say it's just something that can be done with $1 trillion is something pretty bad, probably. Okay, Heidi, I should get going pretty soon too. Like I tell you, I'm pretty I had low energy for most of the day. I don't want to push it on this live stream, but as I said, you guys have pushed me up a little bit energy-wise. So thank you. Hey, Gianna, you over on the vertical stream. Hey, if you want to come over to the horizontal one, that's where most of the crew is right now. I thought YouTube was going to unify the two chats into one experience, but, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm glad to see you either way, and I'm good to see you. Even if he's just stopping in to say hi tonight. Okay, he's a guitar player. Never heard. I don't really follow guitar players per se, Not to say I don't hear about, guitar players, but I don't really follow guitar players that much. Yeah, Johnny, just look it up. I kind of gave you a quick overview of the situation, but just look up Elon Musk, $1 trillion. Just look it up. It's a whole. He's been fighting for this for a while now, and it's funny. Tesla itself has never made $1 trillion or anything like that, but he feels like he deserves $1 trillion. What am I drinking? Filtered reverse osmosis water here. Blue Soul, yeah, I have a Strat, I got a Telecaster, yeah, I got several guitars here. Yeah, whatever guitar is the right tool for the job, meaning what kind of song it is, what kind of tone I'm going for. But yeah, I like them all. I'm loving my Telecaster now. I did some upgrades to it. Got a new bridge. Was able to put in a noiseless pickup in the bridge, so I can really crank on like some like overdrive and distortion and not have it be too noisy. And it's been working out. It's been my main like soloing guitar now ever since I did that about maybe 4 or so months ago. Yeah, it's a cool Tele. I like. Yeah, I'm really lucky. It came together really good because I kind of put it together. Spinal Tap is going to do a concert film. Whoa! I saw that the Spinal Tap 2 is now available to purchase. Like I think it was $10. What's that? Agent Trump just asked us for $230 million for what? Was that what the White House renovation is going to cost? Anyway, let's see. Uncle, yeah, I got a bass here too. I don't play it all that often anymore, to be honest with you. I was considering maybe I should sell my bass or not. I'm not sure. Angie said, no, you should keep it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not a great bass player. I guess I am hard on myself because I can play bass. I can get a guitar pick and start banging, on the strings, I'm playing it like a guitar, kind of. But my preferred bass tones come from like playing with fingers. And I've just historically not been great at that. Both the technique and just more importantly the tone. I just go, why does my tone not sound like what I hear in my head like what others do? So anyway, I have other ways to work around that. But yeah, I can play the bass. Just I don't consider myself a bass player though. All right, I should get going, guys. It's almost 8 o'clock. I told you I was a little low energy today. And I don't want to push it. I don't want to push myself. I'll make sure, I'm resting my body. I assume that's what's going on. I think my body's just a little tired. My body and mind and brain are a little tired right now. So that's why I was at the gym. I go, I'll be safe. I'd rather take it safe. Rather be safe than sorry. Jana, no, we only could see the comments are separated. Jana, like the vertical stream, you're over there on my window, and the horizontal streams over here. YouTube said they were going to combine them together. I'm going to try to figure out if I'm doing something wrong, but yeah, unfortunately the comments are separated, so that sucks. I wish we could have all one. But anyway, what was I going to say? Brian, you're back. I thought I told you. Explain. Wait, Brian. No. Come back here. You were the one that said that you were practically vegan or something like that. I'm gonna stick around, Brian. You caught my interest. See, it's weird how I forget about you and I start talking something else and you come back. No, answer me. I just want to know, how are you practically vegan? I just didn't understand what that meant. How someone is more or less vegan. I just don't understand that concept. So I'll hang out a little bit for that. Again, I'm not here to make fun of you. I just want to understand what that means and see if it makes sense to me. Oh, Peter, I'll definitely check out the shirtless guy in the jungle saying crap about vegan. You can't get there, Jana? The easiest way to get there is just to click on just get to Happy Healthy Vegans homepage wherever you're on. If you're on a web browser, on mobile, just get to our homepage on YouTube, and you should be able to see both live streams on the page. So yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna be going really soon, so it might not be worth it, So it's up to you. But that's how I got there. I wanted to check it out on my on my computer to see if it was really working right, and I got there by going to the Happy Healthy Vegan homepage. Let's see. Yeah, Angie's around here somewhere. Not sure what she's doing exactly. And let's see, Brian, are you going to tell us what it means to be practically vegan, or are you going to bail on us again? You're such a tease, Brian. I will mention that we do miss you if you're watching Syrah/Late Model, and we'll be really happy to get you back with us, I think, next week, right? I think you said the family stuff's this weekend. They'll be gone after this weekend. So we look forward to having you back next weekend. We've missed you. Let's see. I don't think Brian's going to tell us what it means to be practically vegan. He's just been doing this kind of say some stuff. When pressed for specifics, go away for like 10 minutes. Okay, all you would say is, even though I don't eat or drink it, I still support it with your money. That didn't really answer it for me. I mean, all of us vegans, unless we're billionaires, we're paying taxes, So, yeah, I mean, here's what it means to be vegan, Brian. You don't have to make it all philosophical. It means to have a woke narcissist of compassion t-shirt. No, it means, I'm sorry, okay, bam. It means to have a stance. Have a drink, guys. Everyone drink up. A stance against animal cruelty and exploitation as far as possible and practicable. Meaning, yeah, some of your tax money is taxed and given to animal agriculture or to the marketing of animal products. Yeah, I mean, you're still vegan. I mean, it's I don't see why you wouldn't be vegan anymore. It's as far as possible and practical. You have no, that means, yeah, what do you have direct control over in your life? Do you have direct control over of where your taxed money goes to fund? No, you have no control. None of us do. So, yeah. So yeah, if you're doing what we're doing, like what I'm doing, not having animal products, yeah, sure, my taxes go to fund crap I don't want. It goes to fund wars I don't want. It does all sorts of crazy stuff and some good stuff too. I have no control over where all this stuff goes, but still vegan, even though, might go to marketing cheese. Anyway, yeah, I have the sense, though, AJ, that Brian is not vegan. That's my sense. I could be wrong. We might be wrong, AJ, but that's the vibe we've been getting all night from these comments. But if you want to come back next week, Brian, and elaborate a little bit more instead of being so kind of like, cagey with your comments there. Or not, I don't mean, maybe cagey is too much of a word with too much negativity. Just being guarded, just tell us what it is. Don't mess around. Just tell us. It's all good. So anyway, yeah, do you buy animal products? We'll find out next week, guys. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here with me on this Halloween. I didn't do anything special. I was thinking about, should I do something weird? Should I dress up like the Cure or something like that? Nah, I'm just my old, normal, boring self today, as always. But yeah, I'm glad that I was able to get energized enough, because when I started this live stream, I go, oh man, I think I'm just too unenergized, man. But no, you guys perked me back up. And I don't think I'm going to just feel totally lethargic once the stream ends. I think you guys snapped something in my brain, got it back firing right as it should. So thank you so much. I can't say thanks enough. And I want to say special thanks to Hector86, who left a whole bunch of, or just Hector Reason, who left a whole bunch of super chat tips. Thank you so much, Hector. And Peter left one, and Muggs and DB5000 and VLAM and AJ. Thank you guys so much for your generosity tonight, and maybe Angie and I will indulge ourselves in a little vegan Italian or something like that. We haven't gone out to dinner there for a while now, so yeah, we've just been getting coffee there in the mornings because it's really good. But thank you so much, guys. Thanks. Have a safe rest of your night. What's that, babe?
You got some treats, not tricks?
I have treats?
It's trick or treat day. Sounds like you got treats.
Oh yeah, I did get treats. Yeah, these were like, these tips were treats. Yeah, they were definitely not tricks tonight. So thank you so much for the treats tonight, guys. All right, guys. So have a good, safe weekend, and I hope to make another video for you guys next week. I'll check out what Peter sent me about the shirtless guy in the jungle, and we'll be back live next Friday, hopefully with late model returning back from her 2-week absence, guys. So thanks so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Uncle and Peter, for moderating. Again, another pretty chill night, but I'm always glad to see you guys just because I like you guys, and just I know you guys are there ready to ban and time out people who really need it, guys. So, all right, enough of me rambling. You guys enjoy the rest of your days. Be safe, and remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys.